we're going to be doing the Swarmkeeper Ranger. But what I'm going to try to do is do that build with the electric stuff. So I have the shoes, I have the chest piece, I have the bow, and this is not the helm for it. There's a lightning charge that helps your health, I believe. That's usually what you see a lot of people put on Gale. And I don't know why, because I think you have to have an electric charge for it to work. But it is what it is. Hey, look, aesthetics are a big thing in these games, and, should definitely be embraced. I do wish that they had some kind of transmog, though. That would be excellent. That would be a nice little feature to have for a future game patch. Very similar to what CD Projekt Red has done with Cyberpunk. They said they were done with Cyberpunk, a year ago. And then they keep putting out updates that are enhancements. Quality of life stuff. And it wouldn't be the worst idea for Larian to consider the same thing, Say, hey, look, yeah, we're done with the game. Technically, there's no new content as far as story stuff or major character changes, but we can add some quality of life stuff. I think that would be great. That'd be a great investment for the future for Larian. But the thing is, except for the DLC that CD Projekt did for Cyberpunk, they haven't charged for anything. And this game hasn't charged for anything at all since release. So they're just banking on, new copies being sold, which has been consistent. They've been one of the top sellers for the last 2 years. Consistent sellers. But I imagine if they were to put out now some kind of like paid DLC, like a $5 something or another, they might get some backlash for that, because they've been, basically saying, hey, look, see, we did all this without having to do any paid DLC. And so for them to change that would be kind of almost scandalous, I guess. It's like, yeah, you said that until you didn't have to say that anymore. And then as soon as you had a chance, you did a DLC. But my point here is that, I don't think anybody would fault them to say, look, for $1, $2, whatever it would be, you can like add die to your dice. Just pure quality of life. Has nothing to do with, it's kind of like the horse armor thing in Oblivion. But at least with the horse armor, that was so useless that they shouldn't have charged for that. That was the point. That was the meme there. This is also it would be so useless, but we would know. But there's so many like little quality of life things we could add, like naming your bags and this and that. But again, I could kind of argue that should be free. But either way, let's continue on with our stuff. I don't even know where we're at. I think I had when I was streaming this regularly, I definitely had something in mind of like the next thing to do. Who's my best wisdom person?
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
Probably Shadowheart. Okay. Let's put her at the front.
No time for Danny.
I mean, it's one of those things. What I love about it is that it's not ideal if you don't do these checks where you're able to spot the fact that it's a swamp and not a beautiful little rest stop. But it's nice when you can, It's like the survival check. I don't have to find all the caches, but it doesn't hurt to find all the caches. Okay. Let's see here. Hopefully we don't get into a fight with the brothers. I mean, they're going to end up dying anyway, but...
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Mayrina.
Just let her go. Please.
You there? Please, I don't know what's come over these boys. I just want to go home.
The old woman's face creases with false concern.
Wisdom.
You realize she's lying about seeing this girl, Mayrina.
Stop this! We won't ask again!
You have seen this girl.
Bollocks! You were supposed to rush to my defense, love. Fat Lot of good you are. Some advice? You ever darken my door, you'd best have that head bowed and an apology at the ready. Bye-bye now.
Bloody hells. She just disappeared. Ain't seen nothing like that before.
She could shoot fireworks out of her backside for all I care. The hag has Rena!
Let's see. Tell me what's going on.
It's our sister, Mayrina. Well, she was in a bad way after her husband died.
Started saying weird things, like how she was gonna bring him back.
Next thing, she's gone looking for the hag. Of all the stupid things to do. And we haven't seen her since. And no good ever came from dealing with a hag.
None of this matters, all right? We need to get her back, and fast!
Let's see here. Ranger. Oh, they're talking to me now. Okay, I thought they were going to continue to talking to Shadowheart. Hags are dangerous and unnatural things. Even this place feels warped and twisted. Yeah, Ranger and Druid are really good for coming to this area and seeing the swamp for what it is.
I don't remember bloody asking you.
Hold on, Joel. Let her talk. What would you suggest?
Walk away. Live. Just more experienced soul. Yeah, I'm gonna save this one this time.
Are you joking?
See?
I ain't got a clue who you are. No way I'm leaving Rena to you.
But, Joel...
Not a chance. We're getting her back on our own. Now, come on.
Pretty sure it happens either way. No matter what you say to them, they're gonna take off.
My faith protects me.
Which gives you a clue of what's going on because you find their bodies. Even if you don't detect the marsh area being just a dank swamp, that should give you the clue that it's not what it appears because they're just dead there.
A
90 XP,
chill
not bad.
runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
Oh, okay. I didn't even look at this. Ranger nature. Oh, so it's making me do this. Oh. I thought for sure I could get Shadowheart to do it. Interesting. I don't know if that's changed. Before, you could definitely just put the person who's at the front of the party to trigger this. This is actually very similar to the Walking's Keep. I need to keep this in mind. Walking's Keep, same thing. When you tried to rescue the Will's father, but you think he's in there or whatever. The counselor, you know, they tell you that's right. The counselor's in there. That's what they say. When you kick down the door, you can use a strength check, but I would always use Lazelle because she could do it pretty easily. But it made my ranger do it, even though she's not the one who had initiated the conversation. So I got to remember that. Okay, let's do Fox's Cunning so we can have an advantage. We'll do our guidance if we can't get this. Wow, a 1 and a 20. Like I said, I don't like either critical hits and I don't like critical failures. It's just one of those things. Just give me the number. Now, granted, a 1 would not get us where we need to anyway. I get that. I really love the concept of if the DC is lower than your overall numbers, you should be an automatic success. That's the difference. Just give me my dice rolls. See? Poisoned apple. Don't pick it up, Shadowheart.
Can't give up now.
I got to move kind of carefully because my party has a tendency to walk into these spike traps. They did this a lot prior to the most recent patch. That's Grace. Let's see. I need to come over this way, and there's a easy way to cheese this, but sometimes I screw it up. But I do think I have everybody who can jump well, except for Gale. He's the only one who doesn't have great jumping skills. Alright, he made it too. What we don't want is one of these flying dudes to make it over here. Which they can do, and if they do, they can cause a lot of havoc. Let's see here.
Assume nothing.
Let's separate Lae'zel. Let's put her here. Does Shadowheart, what does she have so far? Put her up here. Because I want her to use a spiritual weapon. Oh, we're out of spells. Oh, shoot, I'm glad I looked at that. We may need a rest before we do this fight. We may need a rest first. Because this fight can get away from you early on. Yeah, if we were at level, because right now we're at level 4, we're plenty capable. But if we were at level 5, this would be like, this would be nothing. I could go in here almost with no spells and handle this. But this can get away from us. So let's do a quick rest. We'll go ahead and go to camp. I just need to get my spells replenished.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting
She
times.
needs to go to camp too. I forgot I separated her. Go to camp.
No one back home will ever believe this. No time to rest.
And then maybe, you never know, somebody may want to talk to us at night. We'll see. So, 2 birds, 1 stone. Tempted to bring Will for this, actually. I think we're good. I think Mazora's already shown up. I think we'll go ahead and sleep. Got all these. Kiwi. Oh, I didn't even see the kiwi. Alright, let's do a rest. Oh, okay, so just a normal rest. So one thing this game has never done super well, and there's a lot of things it's kind of a nitpick. It's definitely not a criticism. More, like I said, more of a nitpick. But they kind of give you the indication, like, you need to get to dealing with the parasite in your head. But yet they give you the opportunity to sleep indefinitely. So when you're sleeping, a lot of times you can get a cutscene, and a cutscene advances stories. So you sometimes will miss out because you're trying to think, this is not the thing I need to be doing. I need to continue with the gameplay. I don't have time to do story content because I need to deal with the major issue at hand.
Dog pants through a ball held firmly in his mouth.
Let's see here. Let's do sleight of hand. Should be able to get this. A 1. A 1. I hate critical failures. So if I had, like, say 2, 3, that would be a 7. Even if I rolled a 1, that would be an 8. Not a fan of critical failures. But that's fine. We gotta get this ball.
He relinquishes the ball. It is well chewed and slick with drool.
Hold on. I thought, I made the potion, but then I forgot to drink it. I have animal handling, but I don't think it's a cantrip. Let me see. No, it's not a cantrip. So.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
So we'll pet him, but we got to throw the ball real quick. And I dye my gloves at some point. Let's throw this thing over there. There we go. I want to keep this one in our little lower pouch right here. I've got a lot of stuff in here, but it's mainly just scribbles and stuff. Keep these up here. There's a lot of these books I could probably now send back to camp. But like this Baldur's Canticle, the Shadow Druid stuff. I want to keep all this because I'm still in chapter 1. Some of this stuff, you know, Goblin's Drawing's not so much, but it's just weight we don't need. Eventually I'll put it in a bag and just ship it off to the camp supply, so that way we have it, but it's in the trunk, you know? Okay. Let's go out of cantrips and go to leave camp. Let's handle these. Separate. I'm gonna put Shadowheart and
Enough waiting.
Lae'zel together. Do a quick save in the event that I just somehow screw something up. What we want is Shadowheart has the Shadowheart. Oh my goodness, see, this is what I was talking about. I wanted her Shadowheart to be a lot closer. Now she's got to spend movement points to move up. Okay. Can't reach. But I'm a ranger. I should be fine. I didn't think about this. I was thinking of myself more of like a squishy. Okay. Can't do Hunter's Mark, but I can shoot him. I can inhibit his movement speed a little bit if I get this. At a disadvantage. Yeah, critical miss. I told you this run has been nothing but critical misses. It's been amazing how many times I've rolled a 1 or battle or or scenes. I've never rolled so many 1s in my life.
A tale for the ages.
See, and then Gale goes next. This is so frustrating. We're gonna put this right here. Because I don't want them, because they can fly. Just want to bottleneck them. I think right here. Let's see. Right here. We'll keep him back because we don't want him getting hit with mud or anything to break this concentration.
What should I do?
I want to put down spiritual weapon. I don't know where though. Let's put it right here. Actually, no. Let's put it up here because she can cast another one without a problem.
Victory awaits.
Lays out back just a hair. This should bane him. I think this is Herald that we have. Yeah, Herald. So this should bane him once we these ancient mud methods are just a problem. I almost want to spend my extra point to make sure he dies. He gets to go first before my spiritual weapon. So let's do that. Now, if we miss, this is not good. Okay. Nice. All right. That'll work. The ancients are a problem because they can summon other ones. Let's fly. So he has to come the long way. confusing. They're summoning others. Fortunately, if you kill the main one, the other ones die. But yeah, we want them grouped up. This is kind of working out. They're all together. Numbers. There was a patch like a couple patches ago that they said similar creatures, they'll move faster now or something like that, or they'll group their movements together. I have not seen that. Not one single time. Let's see here. Where's the water? Oh. I want to get all these guys together, but I'm going to end up hurting myself if I do that. Right here. I don't want to move. That's the thing. I'm going to be in here if that happens. Gotta be... yeah. I could do this. That'd work. Because that lets us see them better, and so we'll get a better chance of... this is such a low-key great spell, Fairy Fire. As it says, all targets within the light turn visible, and attack rolls against them have an advantage, meaning I get to roll 2 dice every time against them now. So even though I've been rolling bad, now they don't always hit them, but these 3 have been hit. So if they're a problem, we can get them.
Dice roll in my favor.
Okay, now
Certainly.
What I want to do is okay, this can only be done outside combat. Interesting. Okay. I might put the mage armor on, because right now they're just not close enough for me to do anything. I was thinking he could throw a thing of whatever right here, because I want to create a funnel to where they definitely have to come through the cloud of daggers if they get that close. Sometimes I can kill them all before they get to this point. Let me see what we have in our arsenal here. Darkness. That'll work. That may mean they may try to come this way though. So we'll see. Oh, he has the daggers, but that's okay. For the next spell, if they go through this, then I can recast it, and then yeah, then we can see.
Let's end this.
We can see where they put let's see here. Can I hit him? No, he's too far. Let's see. I don't know if I can reach them. Okay. I can get closer. I can't see him. Oh, there. I could see him for a second. Too far. Can I reach this one? No. It's weird that he's right there and I can't see him because of the blindness here. But I mean the darkness. That's okay. Let's do it. Yeah, they always save against that Toll of the Dead. I really do like this cantrip. Toll of the Dead. It says ring the bell of impending doom. If targets at full health, you deal 1 to 8 necrotic damage instead. I can't even hit them at all. They save all the time. It's a wisdom save, but every creature I usually hit resists it. It's a weird spell. I don't think it's balanced. Because I don't. Let me look at the young Mephit's stats. He's got wisdom of 11. So one of his lowest stats is, well, this I guess is also one of his highest, because his lowest is 7, and his highest is 12. So I guess it's not that bad, but he's got a 0+ to wisdom check, and he still resisted it against Shadowheart. I don't think that this spell is balanced at the moment. There's way too many creatures that have low or no wisdom that save against it. Okay. I think we're gonna wait. Let's put on Tears Protection, since nobody's in front of her. Let's try to hit this guy. Oh yeah, and I had an advantage against him too, because he had the fairy fire. Yeah. That'll work. Better than nothing. Yeah, see, now they're trying to like fly around. Man, all he's doing is making more. This is really frustrating. Okay. We'll fly here. Maybe I can bait them to come to me. Trying to hit Shadowheart. Yeah. Found that one little spot. But that's okay. That's okay. That means I can group them all up to here in this corner. That's okay. That will work. These wood woads are pretty tough. Right, nice. All right, guys. Be prepared to get hit here with this thing. I should have on the previous round done like a toxin or something on my arrows, but let's hit this guy. Wow. They saved for the most part, all of them. This one, that one only took 1 damage, and this one took no damage. Okay. I can't throw anything. I'm gonna go right over here.
A rough tempest I will raise.
Okay, now that he's got darkness on, let's do this again. I really wish I could put it right here, though. I wonder if Magic Missile could work better right here. On the Ancient Mud Method. This is the young one. It's a young one. I don't care about them. Maybe this one. If we do level 2... Hold on. This is a level 2, so I can't use it just yet. I have to use level 1 magic missile. Hopefully. I don't think so. It's probably going to do 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll probably still have about 3 or 4 hit points left. Ah, I got lucky. So again, when they blow up, they do damage all around them. So this one took... So even though this only killed this one, it did half the damage to that one. And that's... Oof, he's almost down. So we're doing good.
My faith will protect me.
We're going to... Can we do Bursting Sinew here? Because I think that's a cantrip. Yeah. You can. Can't do that with elementals. Okay, didn't know. It's a new spell, so I don't know it. Any other cantrips we can use up here? Yeah, this one. He's got Fairy Fire on him. And of course he saved. Okay. If you say so, game. But that got rid of these other 2 methods because that one died. I guess he's the one who summoned them.
Time to strike.
Right. We're going to hit this one. Oh, he's got 2 hit points. Urgh. Okay. All right. Let's go this way. I don't think they can. I don't think he can reach me from there. I think that's not a good angle for him. Okay. We have an advantage on this one. Let's try to knock him out. He saved against it, but that's okay. That's okay because this is just our spiritual weapon. I really do love these spiritual weapons. They are so handy early on. He might die, but that's okay. Okay, so that's okay. Now we can do the cloud of daggers again. Okay. So this guy, we're gonna bonk him. Trying to, should we? No, I don't want to release fairy fire. Let's now we get to do our clouded jellyfish, and actually let's do the shocking sting because he's in water. That should help. He's wood, so it should still work. Yeah. Nice. Let me jump out of here. Yeah, so he's shocked for a turn. Let me take a look at him. He does regenerate. The wood woad regains 10 hit points if he starts its turn on twisting vines. Well, he's not in one. So, cannot take reactions. Has disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws. And he's blind. Nice. Nice. So we're going to go right over here.
I don't fancy their chances.
And we're going to do this. Very good.
Swiftly now.
Okay.
Let's finish this.
Okay. This one, ancient mud method. We could. I'm scared to use this Toll the Dead though. He's out of sight, but that doesn't mean he can't move. And I'm really concerned about using this, but let's give it a shot. Do this one. Nice. It worked this time. It worked this time. Very good.
I am fury. I am death.
Okay. And we're going to bane him. I said we're going to bane him. Can I hit him without getting hit by this thing? Let me try.
Taste my fury.
Yeah. It broke our concentration for tears protection. But we did some damage with that, but I was trying to like knock him out, but oh well. She can take a hit, so I'm not too worried about that. Here we go. Oh, he's almost dead. See, the problem is he's right here, so if I kill him, Lae'zel's going to take damage. Let's do this. Yeah. I'm liking our chances now. I was a little worried with this guy coming up on my spiritual weapon, but he single-handedly took him out. That's why I said these guys are amazing. These spiritual weapons. Use them when you got them. That's for sure. I would highly advocate them. Trying to get out. See, he's doing that so that it's the closest enemy. But little does he know that I could do this, but I could also throw a fire thing, which will get rid of the vines, do a lot of damage here, and it should sustain the damage. Let me see here. Let's throw. Right here. We can always recast the spiritual weapon. I'm not worried about that.
Hope this ends well.
Who am I? On spiritual weapon, I don't want to do anything. Do not react. So it's giving me that option. This would be a situation because I threw it on my spiritual weapon. If I did a shocking sting or clouded jellyfish, it would do that against my spiritual weapon. So do not react. Okay. Oh man, he's down to 4 hit points. Ooh.
Swords meet sorcery.
We can probably use our magic missile to finish him off. And we might be able to push him here so he doesn't actually end up doing damage to us when it's Lae'zel's turn next.
Need to stay focused.
Let's heal Lae'zel. Okay. And we're gonna blind him just in case. Yeah. There we go.
I will ascend.
I'm gonna see if we can't push him. Nice. All done.
Have a lot on my mind. And well, in it.
There it is. Yeah, force him into a bottleneck. That's kind of my main thing. Doesn't always work. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Let's get going.
Does not always work, but when it does, it works beautifully. Some Buffet wings.
What's hiding here?
Get some. I mean, I guess I'd pick these up. It's fine.
Another step forward.
Okay. Let's put these. Let's give this to Shadowheart. It's a really good shield early on for her.
To go still.
Wood Woad shield, and it does woads and snarings, whatever it's called. Strike? Yeah. So what this does is your attack summons thorny vines that possibly ensnare your target. So that's, like I said, it's not bad. If she has to get into, you know, one-on-one combat. So here. Alright.
Looking ahead. Swift as my feet can carry me.
And Shadowheart.
There is work to do.
I need you to get rid of these things.
Got to press on.
Very good.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Aha, here's our sparkle hands. This is what I've been looking for. That's right. So this is better. Again, it's the gloves of power, and it's probably, these are probably better than this. But we'll play it by ear. We'll see if I don't really need it after a while, because I don't do a ton of sleight of hand. But in addition to a sleight of hand, it gives us a 1d4 for weapon attack. But those are really good for Astarion. But he's not gonna probably be in this party. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Let's add these two pairs.
No one stopped me yet.
Oh, and let me look at these gloves again. Okay, so we have conductive strikes on hit with an unarmed attack, which is we're armed, obviously. The wearer gains 2 lightning charges. Effective transmitter: when imbued with lightning charges, attacks against metal construct and foes where wearing metal armor can gain an advantage. So if they're wearing like armor, or we're fighting the what's his name, the construct in the Grimforge, this could actually be a pretty hefty bonus. Because yeah, we don't get this from unarmed attacks. I get that. This is like a mage thing. But we can get lightning charges here. We can get lightning charges here. We can get lightning charges here. So, yeah. And it says, while imbued with lightning charges, attacks against metal constructs and foes wearing metal armor gain an advantage. So, like even the Githyanki that you face when they're wearing armor, you will have an advantage on them.
These boots have seen
if I have lightning charges. So I'm going to try this lightning build. Plus, not only that, we're jellyfish. We got our jellyfish stuff on us. So they also can do lightning damage. Absolutely. So let's read this. Korga. Aladdin has sent word of your progress. I am pleased that the Rite of Thorns has begun. I depart soon from the Cloakwood to Baldur's Gate. Should you need further aid from my circle, now is the time to ask. Once cloistered, the Emerald Grove will be the Shadow Druid's domain, and you, its first druid. In Baldur's memory, Archdruid Aelus. So, one thing I would have liked to have seen in this patch for druids, I like the star thing that they did, but it would have been nice to have made a real interesting content pack where the druids were the Shadow Druid build. And now, instead of rescuing Halsin, or let's say you do rescue Halsin, whatever, you can still have the Shadow Druids take over the Grove. And that would allow Korga to now be in your party, because Aelid would have taken over as the Shadow Druid in charge. So now you really have an option to like have Korga instead of a Halsin in your party. And I totally get the whole Halsin thing. I do. But it's like right now it's a matter of like, do you kill him or do you like let him live? It would have been nice to like see Korga be introduced as a party member now. But that's just me. And only if you choose the Shadow Druid side. Which maybe is easier to do if you are in fact a Shadow Druid. Because Shadow Druids aren't new to the Baldur's Gate universe. They're in Baldur's Gate 1, they're in Baldur's Gate 2. And in Baldur's Gate 1, really, the Shadow Druids aren't doing anything wrong. They're protecting the wilderness. They're the only ones protecting the wilderness against poachers. And the Seravox bases are kind of infiltrating that whole area and the Cloakwood mines and stuff. So yeah, I mean, yeah, let's give this to Gale just in case. But yeah, they're not doing really anything new. Shadow Druids have been around for quite a while. See, now we can go back to the Druid Grove and confront Korga. Oops. Korga, I've got your note. But yeah, we're all sparkly now. We got our jellyfish that are swirling around us, doing electrical damage. I like it. It procs quite often when I'm attacking. So, in fact, I haven't played around with it enough because obviously you've seen what I've seen. What I've done on stream is pretty much the extent of my stuff with this build. But yeah, level 4 definitely doable for the harpies. You can do it at level 3, even level 2. It's just really hard. They resist everything. Okay, we gotta do this right. Let me separate everybody.
Action, not reaction.
Shadowheart,
Wits and blades always
over
sharp.
here. Gale,
Direct me
you're gonna stay out of the way.
to new horizons.
We're gonna put him up here. Like I said, I've just been rolling ones on everything. I just don't trust anything at the moment. I'd be a lot more confident in this situation if I hadn't been rolling ones. Is there any?
Excellent choice.
Let me make sure.
Indolence breeds madness.
I guess we could do a short rest. And she can do tears. And then Shadowheart.
Whatever it takes.
I'm gonna call this ahead of time. Should have put it over here by the edge, but that way we don't have to do it during combat.
What
Okay,
to do?
let's talk to Korga. At 5, just in just in case I do say the wrong dialogue or something.
Why are you here? I sent you to Zevlor.
But you know what? I know the truth. You mean to take the grove for the shadow druids?
What?
What? Don't act surprised.
That damn nose of yours has gone poking in our business.
Mistress
Their
Olden,
armor is unique.
I can explain.
Shh. No need. It couldn't be helped.
Korga, what is the meaning of this?
You think yourself quite the spy, don't you? Go on, tell him.
See, like right here, the shadow druids are taking over. The circle is overdue for some change. But you can side with them. I just wish that if you could play a shadow druid, that would make more sense. Here's the letter.
What's in there? Cloakwood? Korga, have you lost your mind?
Halsin is weak, Wrath. But in the shadows, we are strong. We are safe. There is no other way.
You and Halsin welcome untouchables to your midst. You defile the grove for the sake of harmony.
Olden speaks truth. Who among you disagrees? Who would see this grove in ruin?
The choice is made. Korga, burn the tainted away. Start with the snitch.
As you say, Olden.
Here's where we bank on our persuasion. And I only have 2. I really don't like killing Korga, but we'll see what it does. There we go.
No. You don't know what you say. In shadow, we are purified.
Korga's voice breaks and her lips tremble. She heard reason in your words.
Okay. I thought I had religion or history in my background, but I guess I don't. I've played so many characters, I can't remember what I have and what I don't. But I have -1 from intelligence. That does not help. Yeah, chapter 1 is so full of intelligence checks. If you ever play a mage, you'll realize it's actually, you may not use Gale that much, but you'll realize, man, you'll do a lot of options that give you bonuses in chapter 1 at least. I think in chapter 3 there's quite a few too. More than, it's a little weighty toward the intelligence side. Let's see. It's only 10. Nice. We had a 50-50 chance.
When the darkest hour fell, it was us that brought light. Sylvanas demands we illuminate shadow, not hide within it. How was I so blind?
Careful, Korga. The shadows don't forgive.
I belong to the shadows no longer. You've no power over me.
You would question my power. Mother Earth, hear me. Grant me your wrath.
And here is a case in point of why I love the Warcaster. When you do Warcaster, you have a bonus to your concentration, which helped us in that battle in the swamps. But also right here, Warcaster, opportunity spell. It's just a reaction. As they pass by, you can do Shocking Grasp. It missed, but better than nothing. Okay, so now we're going to do our Steel Forged. Do this. Yeah. Now we get to do our jellyfish attack. Or do we do Shocking Sting? Let's do Shocking Sting. Yeah! Now you can't use your reactions. Nice. Look at that, see? Shocked, meaning cannot take reactions and has disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws using dexterity. He already had a pretty decent dexterity. We've reduced it. Nice. Well, push him. Get away from me. Want to use our bow. Ah, shoot. Turned into a bear before we could do that. Okay, great. Let's do Ice Knife. All done. Do we want to do it here? Are we on the bear? Ah, shoot. I really want to do it on her because she's up next. But there's like 2 people who can hit her before that. But if we can knock her out before we get to that point, maybe that's the way to go. Can't focus on. There we go. She should be part of this area. She saved. Oh, that was a waste. All right. Shouldn't have overthought that. Should have just hit all of them. Oh, she's handling the bear. Okay. She just hurt herself. So stupid. Okay. Where's my... Oh, my spiritual weapon's gone. It must have timed out for the conversation we had. We're going to do command. We're going to say grovel. It should have done it on Ren because he had the thing, but that's okay. We're just not doing well. Do Gale. Very nice. Hold. See, his worked. All right, Lae'zel. Actually. Yeah, I guess we'll just do this one. Pinta. Oh, she should be dead. Ooh. Let's knock her out. Oh, wow. She's down to 3 hit points.
On the move.
Oh, come on. Don't do that. Now Shadowheart's going to get entangled. That's just as well. That actually helped us out. Okay. We get our person back. Our little drow, we're going to shoot her with archery. Let's hit her with the hamstring. Now we're going to do... we're going to actually do this one because it does extra lighting damage. Actually, what is she at? She is 16 of 30. Yeah, because nobody... Well, actually, Lae'zel's next to her. So let's do the shocking sting so she can't react to Lae'zel. Very nice. But she's saved.
Can't slow down.
Okay, so that one down. Okay. I'm gonna do sleep. How many targets out of sight? Right there. Sleep. Go sleep. Nice. This is why I hate the wild shape, because they just... Oh, one died. Unbelievable. I thought for sure we were going to have 0 deaths in this. Okay. Should bursting sinew on him? No, let's not do that. Do toll. There. Let's do this. Ensnared. Got him. See, that shield's already coming handy. Very nice. Okay. We're gonna hit him with the booming blade. The boom comes down.
I will not know failure.
Wow. Yeah. Lae'zel lay down the boom. Okay. Don't do ensnaring. Okay, good. I was hoping. I was worried he was going to do like ensnared vines or something again.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Let's hit him. Now we'll do the cloud of jellyfish attack. Actually, no, let's do the shocking sting because that should prevent him from... No, he turned into wild shape before, didn't he? So let's just do the, this one. Nice. Down to 5. Nice. All done. Well, we lost Mark Coral. He was the guy who's like guarding the books back here, so... Oh well. Oh well. Take this. Take Pinta's stuff. Take Aladdin's stuff.
Here.
Like I said, their leather armor is actually pretty unique. They got that sexy leather armor, which I would like to have. I mean, that's thieving if we take it from Mark Coral.
Wrath thought me a danger. Seems I've proven him right.
You're damn right. Joining the Shadow Druids, what were you thinking? Like I said, the Shadow Druids really aren't a bad group. You would think from the impressions from Baldur's Gate 3 that they are bad. They're not bad. They're really not. They're more of a neutral group. They're neutral evil, maybe. They're not bad. They are first and foremost nature first. All things be damned, you know? Protecting the circle is natural, but you chose the wrong path.
I betrayed Sylvanas himself. Led the circle to shadow. We will stop the rite, and I will stand trial. My fate lies with the Tree Father. May he have mercy.
And what of Zevlor's people?
We will grant them safe harbor until they depart. Meanwhile, help us contend with the goblins. Perhaps we can dissuade them from attacking.
How'd the Shadow Druids even find you?
It began with a letter. There was no messenger, it simply appeared. Olladin came soon after. An army was coming, she said. Goblins, drow, and more still. Legions upon legions. The Druids of Cloakwood knew the dangers this would bring. They ordained that all circles cast the rite to shelter from the storm. Olladin taught me to harness the Tree Father's power to wall us in. In return, well, you know the rest. I would turn the grove over to them. I won't forget the wounds I've inflicted. I pray Halcyon returns to heal them in full.
But like I said, to Olladin's side of things, she was right. I mean, if we didn't exist to stop the forces that are coming, then Olladin's right. Goblins, a horde of the Absolutes would just take over the area. And so the grove was supposed to be sheltered to prevent anything from happening to it. So there would be all this like shadow, like the Shadowlands. It would be like the Shadowlands outside of the grove. So if they didn't take action, that would have happened. Again, I'm not advocating it, but you kind of understand where they're coming from. Let me F5 just in case I steal something by accident. Get these pears. It's lemon. Interesting that like when I do this, it's red. When I do this, it's yellow. So, let me talk to Wrath. But now we can talk to Zevlor, and he should give us some gloves. Some pretty good gloves.
You have saved Korga from herself. I cannot thank you enough.
Right. Talk to Zevlor.
I'm told the druids have stopped their damn chanting.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, she agreed to stop the ritual.
Truly? Ilmater's ashes. I never thought she would actually see reason. Thank you. We still have the goblins to contend with, but you've given us time to prepare. I need to ensure my people make the most of it. But here, left over from my soldiering days, it's sparse thanks for what you've done for us, but gods and goblins willing, I won't need it again. If you can clear the road of goblins, as you say, I'll ensure a reward is gathered for you.
What's over here?
Seems like a good moment to talk. I had a feeling you'd be back.
So I've already talked to Mole. Okay, gotcha. Let's do some trading. Those. Ooh, gaseous form. I want to buy this. I want Gale to use this. Now, it's not it's a very specific case where you would use this, but it works so well when you do need it. 230. I only have 1100. I guess I'll wait. And I think we've already done the Zentrum hideout, so
anything else? You've been a friend to us. Come back anytime.
What I'm thinking is that there might be that other crossbow I can afford now, and give that to Karlak. Oh, she's got it. So I've already done this too. Oh, so there's nothing really I need at the Zentrum. We can start doing Underdark stuff. Actually, no. Let's go to the Goblin Camp and do that stuff. Blighted Village. Because there's a lot of XP we can get in there. And once we get to level 5, then everything's available to us. Okay, so we've already done this. We talk to these ogres. Probably have the horn. I didn't even see it in my pack. But we're all good. It's really just what I have done to make my life very easy on a playthrough.
Never a dull moment.
I have actually gone to the Githyanki Kresh, done most of that, and then do the Underdark and do most of that. And then by that point, you're almost at level 6, and then you can go do the Hag and pretty much like one-shot her.
Moving ahead.
And then you come back, and then you finish off the goblins, and it's like easy mode at that point. Yep. I have done it like that before. And it's a fun playthrough because you're just a little OP, but, you know, you're still in chapter 1. Okay. Game got stuck for a second.
Well, look who's getting dragged back. And by such high company. How badly did you mess up?
Can it? I know something Ragslin will want to hear.
Yeah? What's that?
I've been in some druid's grove. This one sprang me. Now move over so I can tell Ragslin myself.
Hold on. Where are the raiders?
Dead. Every last one.
Ragslin's other drow friend won't be happy to hear that.
She'll be happy enough when I tell her where them looters is holding up. Let me through.
Go on. I ain't gonna hold up a drow.
Come on. Gotta let the drow true soul know where them looters is. We'll be heroes.
One of the lowest percentage achievements, which I'm not a big achievement hunter. I don't really care if I get achievements or not. But one of the lowest achievements to receive in this game is Saza is saved in chapter 1 and in chapter 2, which I've done, and it was really neat because I did it unintentionally when I was experimenting of how to get Minthara different ways. I was like, surely there's got to be a way to do this, and I figured it out. And I have a video of it, of course. A lot of people have seen that. I think it's got maybe 80,000 views. But when I did that, when I was doing that over and over, that's how I was able to get Saza to show up and to live through all those times. But what's interesting is that the most recent one I did, where I was able to knock out Minthara, see her at Moonrise Tower, Saza was not there, even though I did all the proper dialogue checks for it. So they may have broken it since then. So if you're watching my guide of how to get Minthara and you're wanting to do Saza at the same time, it may not work. It may only work for Minthara. It's like one or the other type thing. So yeah, I'm not going to start a fight just yet with any of these guys. And there's a bunch of traps over here, but like I've said before, you don't get any extra P for doing these traps, but I would have liked to. You know, I know where all these traps are. I need to go down there to the waterfall. As you know, there's in an RPG, there's always treasure behind a waterfall.
Hear my voice. Obey my command.
The voice is irresistible. You recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others, only infinitely stronger, and turned against you. Your vision clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape. Nothingness in every direction. Then there are 3 figures before you. An armored male elf, exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
These are my chosen. They speak for me. A aid their search for the prism, and you will be worthy to stand beside them in my presence.
You feel energy pulsing from the artifact, lifting the pain from you, pushing the voice away.
My power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws near.
Don't give me that look. I don't know what just happened any more than you do. We should keep going.
Nice one, Shadowheart. That thing in your pocket seems powerful as hell.
You got some splaining to do, Lucy. Vision, the voice. Was it?
I think that was the Absolute speaking to us. But we managed to shield ourselves. We should keep moving.
All right. Hold on. Artifact seems to stop the voice.
I don't know. Not exactly. All I know is it's important I get it back to Baldur's Gate. At any cost.
So, my hot take for this game, and it seems to be one that nobody agrees with. I believe Shadowheart is the main character of this game. Of course, you have your main character that you make, but unless you specifically choose the Dark Urge playthrough, I don't believe that it is the actual canonical. Oh, thank you. Canonical playthrough. Now, is there a canonical playthrough? No, not. There's not. I'm not blind. I'm not lying to myself. But if you know the story Baldur's Gate 1 and you know the story Baldur's Gate 2, Dark Urge playthrough makes a lot of sense. There's a reason why it even exists in this game. I highly encourage you to play that one, and then you may not look at Withers the same way. There's a lot of things that happens exclusively with that playthrough with Withers that are just not normal. And I think there's a reason why. That's why even now I don't trust Withers. But if our main character aside, however we play through, Shadowheart is the reason why this exists. We only have not turned into not Githyank, a Mind Flayer because of Shadowheart's actions in this game up to this point. She's the one who's acquired this and everything else, and then you get to Act 3, and even though it's a fairly small section, the House of Hope and all that other stuff, I do think that she's actually the main character of the story. You can argue there's certain things about Lae'zel, there's certain things about Karlach, even maybe even Gale. They're all central characters. I get that, but the running theme, the one that is the whole reason of why any of this exists, is always Shadowheart. She's pertinent in Act 1, she's pertinent in Act 2, she's pertinent in Act 3. And I can't say the same thing about Astarion. I can't say the same thing about Karlach. Or even Gale. But anyway, that's my hot take. Nobody seems to agree with me, and that's 100% fine. It's great to have different opinions out there, and it's just having played the game over and over and over, I just can't see it without Shadowheart. I can see it with a lot of other characters. I can't see it without her, though. If you don't know what it is, how do you have it?
Because it was our mission to retrieve it. Me and the others. I'm the only one who made it.
Okay. It would have been nice to know who those other ones were. Like all of them. want to talk to the trader before I talk to Volo.
Welcome, your greatness. I got some good stuff if you're looking to buy.
I love his voice. It seems to fit this goblin guy really, really well. Like the trove. How'd you get your hands on all this?
Nicked him off the dead, didn't I? I mean, raid spoils, your majestically.
You're majestically. All right. Where is... I need this. And it's only 81 gold, which is perfect. Boots of Aid and Comfort. Yeah, right here. When the wearer heals a target, it gains an additional 3 temporary hit points. So you give this to Shadowheart. Boom. Really good stuff. Gloves of Archery. Don't need that. Where is... Sword. Great Club. Bow. Returning Pike. There it is. There it is. This is really good. If you put this on, like, let's say, Lizelle, and you give her, like, all those bonuses for throwing things, this is great. It's a returning pike at 3 to 12 damage. That's huge. Yeah, 150. I'm going to get this. We're going to get these boots. Get this one to Shadowheart. Need that. I don't know why I keep looking at it. Hide armor. Let me look at... 713 gold though. I don't think it's worth it. We don't need... Oh, Doomhammer. Ooh. Each strike fills the target with a chilling dread that prevents it from regaining hit points. Undead creatures also get a disadvantage on attack rolls. Undead. That would be like in chapter 2 more than anywhere else. It's only 150 gold. It's kind of nice. She's using the Great Axe 1, so this is definitely an upgrade in that regard. Because when you miss, like any of these large hammers, they do this. When you miss an attack, you deal 4 bludgeoning damage anyway. So let's get that for her. I think that's definitely an upgrade. This guy has so many good things. I mean, he really does. Morning Star. Yeah, I think that's it. Good stuff, though. Good stuff.
Been a pleasure, your greatness.
And I don't believe once you... I don't think he has all these items if you kill everybody. So let's give this to... For now, not to Lazelle. Jump distance increases. Ooh. Might go to Will. Let me see what he's got. He's got nothing, so this works out. Put that to Will. He's our weakest sleeper. He's only got a strength of 8. So yeah, that's good. That works. Give this to Shadowheart. Shadowheart. Oh, she doesn't have armored boots. That's good. Just regular boots. So yeah, see? So this one, it says Helm's Protection. When you heal another creature, it gains, the person you heal, a resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage by weapon attacks. And these boots, when she heals somebody, she gets 3 temporary hit points. So huge. I mean, like I said, I mean, it's a great for, I think this only costs like 80 gold or 70 gold. Huge, you know, big find, big find. Okay. And then we're going to give this to Karlach. I definitely see her using these, hammers, over anything else. And these are, two-handed. Yeah. She's holding this almost like it's one-handed, but it's a two-handed weapon. So let's make sure we put this in our wares because we won't need that. Yeah, she's set and ready to go. I mean, now we just need to get her some boots and a better helm. We're good with her. All right, let's let's handle Volo, and I'm gonna do the lover's kiss or whatever it's called, Leviatar. Let's do that one. I'm gonna have to get naked for it though.
With fragulous crown and with scepter abraid, draw Ragslin, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblin kind had reduced them to cowering filfenny. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Ragslin, the true soul, had led you glide.
I reckon draw Ragslin's the gobbo in charge, the way this one's carrying on.
You! Move off! Do as she says. Now. Now, where was I, huh?
Wait a tick. That a friend of yours?
Oh, certainly not. What are you doing? I'm busy here.
You lying.
To you? Never. Come, let's continue our ballad. Draw Ragslin, draw Ragslin, I am, draw Ragslin, Tumptuous, draw Ragslin,
Bah! You broke him!
Wait, draw Ragslin, we pray, we...
Come on, pigeon, back to your cage.
Now, look what you've done.
Let's go get our waypoint. There we go. And of course we can poison the thingy here. I'm not going to do it just yet. We need to talk to the Alcub. But can't really rescue him until we clear this goblin camp.
Well now, you look like a tough un, but have you got smarts, skills, guts? And you're gonna need it, mate. This ain't your standard dungeon dive, right? This is chicken chasing.
Chicken chasing.
It's got feathers, don't it? A beak? Besides, I reckon it owes us, seeing as how it just ate our last chicken. Reckon it owes us a game. You want to hear the rules or not?
Oh, I forgot to do the talks to animals.
Only the greatest game since eggs sprouted legs, mate. You just gotta chase
That's why I
the
talked to the
chicken
goblin
round
instead of
course
the owlbear.
and through the posts. But that ain't all. Gotta do it quick and alone. Any of your mates step in, you lose. Time runs out, you lose. Sound easy? It ain't. Better contenders than you have been bested by the bird.
All right, we'll give it a shot.
Fun? Show a bit of respect, mate. This is serious business. Besides, we gotta agree stakes before we begin, don't we?
All right. Now I can make this a real wager, but again, I usually have to have like a dash or something. I don't know. I don't think you can do Misty Step. Whatever. We'll just do the regular.
We got the coin. We got the challenger. Now we just need the crowd, eh?
Hold up. Hold up. I want to talk to the owlbear before we get that far. Do I have to make another one? I have to make another one. Make them all. Again, I don't like using spells for it, so I think at our level 5 I have the option to turn it into a cantrip. Okay, so he can't talk to me just yet. Okay.
Very well.
I must keep going.
Oops.
No time to rest.
Shadowheart.
On my way.
Now, I'll be 100% honest, these rules always confuse me. Like, I'm supposed to make it there, or I'm supposed to make it there and back. I don't remember. Because this was not always here. They used to just mess with the owlbear, and they added this later on. Okay, let me talk to him.
Hurt me. Run. Where?
Goblins are responsible for your pain. Kill them. We're not going to say this just yet, because obviously that would start everybody attacking. But there is a way to mitigate some of these factors. You know, if we poison their well, do a bunch of other stuff. But right now we're just going to do the... chicken chaser. Wait a minute. Was he stuck? Was that the reason why we beat him? Don't remember. I should have listened to the rules a little bit better, because I've only done this like one other time. This would just wait. We lose 30 gold, we lose 30 gold, it's fine. Oh, get the owlbear. I've already talked to him. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to hit him.
That's the game done. Come here.
Okay. Okay. I don't think so. I think I'm supposed to just beat him to the post.
Oof. Hard luck, mate. Told you it weren't as easy as it looked.
Okay, well, it's fine. We're good. Okay. So we got to talk to the owlbear. We know that he'll only, I'm going to try to poison their stuff, but I got to do this very carefully. They've added this guy just standing here. He used to be kind of like right over here standing. Yeah, like he's moving now, but that was the trick before. The owlbear's following me. Let's go into our, this one. Let's go into our stuff here. Basic poison. Split this. It's over here. Now this can be very, I'm going to just F5 real quick because I want to make sure we don't screw up anything by just not thinking about this. If they see you buy this, they're going to automatically accuse you instead of just passing out. They've added so many things since the game was released. Like, it was always fun to like poison them, but then they would say, hey, you're near the thing, or if they see you again, they just start accusing you. So we're gonna do this.
Don't want to draw any attention.
Shoot. I have to like make sure they're not, I'm not in their line of sight. Hold up. Take it off turn base. This one says he saw us. Right here, that one. Which sucks, because he's way over here with his back turned. That shouldn't happen. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, see, now he's looking at me. try it again. See, I shouldn't. Should be fine. Let's move this right there.
Best keep your hands to yourself. You're being watched.
Oh, great. Now it's going to take forever. All I did was move it, guy. That's all I did. Okay, so he picked it up. Now he's slow. That'll work. Now I could be invisible. I didn't think about that. If this doesn't work, I'll go invisible. There we go.
Let's see what this does.
Hey. That's not right. The game's not playing nice. Interrupted. Oh, come on. See, I was standing right next to it and it made me go all the way over here. See, come on.
Quiet. Move with care.
Okay, we want to get out of here.
Need to find a way
Go
forward.
in here. Let's go. Before we'll find them dead. They will accuse us, but if we go in here, we might be able to avoid the accusations, the slander. See, they're all dead. I got the 70 XP. I'm gonna give it a good wait. Wait just a second here. Now they're not all dead. Some of them are just not feeling great. But I'm gonna do a hard save right here. Because I want to make sure that it doesn't bug out anything. I have a save before it, a quick save, but I want to make sure that we don't mess up anything going forward. Let's see.
You poisoned us!
As the symbol glows, power courses
So we can get out of
through you.
this, so.
Authority.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, they're always going to confront you, but if I give it enough time for those rounds, a lot of them have died. Barbarian intimidation. Doesn't really matter which. I don't know why they're talking to Karlach. I'm the one who they should have seen first. See, there's so much inconsistency with the new patch. Like I said before, you know, when I was trying to like save the counselor, I sent Lae'zel because she's stronger to bust the door in, but then it had me do the conversation. The most recent one, where I was trying to do the wisdom check with Auntie Ethel, Shadowheart started the conversation, but then I finished it with the persuasion. So, makes no sense. Let's do this. Let's do guidance. I need a 20? Ooh. Got a 21. Oh boy.
But please don't! I won't rat you out, I swear! Just leave me be! But this one's alright, lads. Knows nothing about no poisoning.
Okay. But you see?
All right.
It's all cleared out. It's all cleared out now. If I loot any of them, he'll get mad. This guy. But I wonder if we're still doing chicken chasing.
No one's
Let's
stopped
see.
me yet. I should speak up.
Mother gone. Hungry.
I have a camp. So now we can get him out.
New home. Maybe.
He runs away. Only time will tell if he'll reappear.
Very good. Now he's all good. So no more chicken chasing. The trader's still alive. This guy's still alive. Unfortunately, the big ogre's still alive. But we knocked out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought there was a couple more. They could just be on top of each other. But that's pretty big. Now when we go through this area and we have to kill all the rest of the goblins, we'll have less to deal with. These guys are pretty easy to kill because once you get up here, you can just come up here and take them all out. Pretty simple. Let's go to the waterfall before we do the Saza thing. Oh, nice. Magic missile. Cat's Grace. Now, this is until long rest, so I'm wondering if this will last on me that whole time. I need to experiment with this a little bit more. Okay. Get some good money. Sometimes I'm going to F5 here because I want to see if they fix this or not. I'm going to put it in turn base. Sometimes you can knock him off and these guys see nothing. It doesn't cause any, and it's one less guy you got to deal with when you're clearing the camp. So let me, oops, get
soldier.
Throwing like that. It's gone. And these guys don't know any different. And let me make sure.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more
before
interesting times.
Let's get off turn base. Make sure nobody
Time
saw
to
us.
press ahead.
Get 10 XP for that. We all good? Nobody saw that, right? All right. Because it's when you're like trying to like knock out these guys, it's just one more guy that has to move and go this way that could potentially get one lucky shot off on you. You don't have to deal with them. It's so crazy that my ranger fails so many survival. This chest. Okay. Those are all good for our ranger. Hey, banana. Let's see. Gonna start a Swarmkeeper honor mode run. Really? Okay. I learned the, hold on. I learned if you cast minor illusion near those kids, they run away automatically. Like, what kids? You mean the goblin kids? Yeah, the ones that are in front of Halson? Will. Let's move that to wares. This is our bag of boom. Arrows. And one of my favorite things in game are these soap bars and sponges. Why is it one of my favorite things? Well, oh, I already had one. Because when I'm doing like content creation and I don't want them covered in blood, I can just do this and it takes it off. Let me give this to Shadowheart. She seems more like a sponge person.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Yeah, the goblin kids who are normally around that human body next to the chest. The one I was just at, I thought you meant the one that are by Halson. I can try that for Halson, see if that works, but they usually start a conversation. So, oh, need to give this to, Will.
Pride of the gate.
There we go. Put that there.
Best foot forward.
I've always just been able to loot the body right there. The kids don't give me a problem.
What path lies before me?
Yeah, what I used to have to do is I had to cast like water from Shadowheart. I mean, Karlach, be careful, please. Goodness. Yeah, I used to cast water on the party, and it would clean up all their blood stains. So, moss. Come on now. Gotta read. Can't compare her to the moon and the stars, although that rubbish because she lives underground. She ain't got any scabs or boils, so can't complain. The best ones. Compliment the best ones. Might think I'm too small. Tell her I'll buy a footstool when we're kissing. Put some dead spiders in her hair next time I see her. Probably just send her some bits of people what I killed. Yeah, I think this is the guy that was trying to romance the big ogre. Their story, like it seems to be a running theme in Act 1 and 2. Very low running theme. There's not much there. Yeah, see, I still have Cat's Grace, so I must have it throughout this whole until long rest. Okay, didn't know that. Read. A childish doodle of goblin presenting a fungal bouquet to a drow adorns this crumpled letter. Dearest Your Excellency, the most prettiest Minthara. You might not remember me. I ain't nobody important after all, not yet. I was chasing chickens with the lads when you came to visit Boss Raglan. He looked right at me when you told me that if I was good at killing humans as we was at plucking poultry, we might be worth a damn. Made me feel proper special to be recognized like that. Next raid, I'll spill so much blood, the Absolute will have to notice me. Then I'll come to Moonrise, and you'll notice me too. I'm the one with the stumpy leg and the gammy eye, Clogga. Okay. Hopefully Minthara will notice him. Looks her bark skin. Might give this to Will. There. Sorry, Banana. I missed your message. I think it's only when they're outside and then they run into the temple when you start killing people. Oh, okay. Because I always see them by Halson no matter what. Because I normally don't take out the entire goblin camp until... Well, I guess I do it a little differently, yeah. Because I rescue Halson once I've pretty much cleared the goblin camp. It's, there's no issues at all. All right. All good. Yeah, also my Bioware code, I need to update that. But yeah, I don't really ever see any kids here. I know what you're saying, but I guess the way I do things, the order I do them is just slightly different than the way you do it. Twisting vines. And I have yet to do the summon for Will. I said I was going to do it and I keep forgetting. I should have done it when I was there by the waterfall.
Better not be cursed.
All right, let's talk to Saza.
no party in here.
Shut it, Graw. Olak cleared us. Got a visitor for the drow, I do.
My arse. What's a true soul want with any mate of yours?
Private business, that is. Raiding business. But if anyone wants a piss pot guarded, we'll call.
Just get your friend branded proper. Right, Sazza? Got better things to do than...
No, you don't. Come on, then.
Seluna. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here. Quite the understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
Let me check my settings 1 second. Accessibility. Get rid of that. Okay, we can do that. I just need to make sure this was off for the YouTube stuff because I'm about to get naked.
Hands off! This one's ours.
Oh, and I most recently did the one or many or something like that, where you can talk to the rats in Shar's temple in Act 2. And once you do the summoning, and that was there for the longest time. And, you know, I would tell Banana in the past, I was like, this is for something. What is this for? There's a little ritual here. There's a book. And nothing would ever happen. Well, it works now. I don't know when they fixed that. But I told him a long time ago, it's like, see, there's this thing here and I don't know what it's for. Well, you can basically choose the way Raphael got the demon who's in Shar's temple to stay there is he made a deal with him, a contract, to kill every Sharite in the temple. Well, he left one Sharite, and so he was never able to leave. And that one Sharite is all those rats that you can talk to. So you have to defeat all of them, and then he manifests. And then if you kill him, then it frees the demon. And that gives you the option to do that instead of fighting him, which is, if you're doing honor mode, is a great option. Fighting one guy versus all those demon creatures and the big boss demon. Now, you won't get the bow, the crossbow from that, but if you're doing honor mode and you're worried about survivability during that time period, it's an easy way to do that. Much better than fighting him. So, just a little tip out there. I think you also poison the camp first, they run away. Oh, okay. That may be why then, because I poisoned them quite a bit. But if you just explore first, they're usually huddled around that dead body talking about it. Interesting. Yeah, because I don't ever see them there. So that must be why, because I probably do poison the camp quite often.
Poor lad. I could give you peace, you know. But no. You gotta keep silent, don't you? Where do they flee to, you stubborn rat?
Please, stop!
Was I muted during the...
I didn't see you there. Please,
the Shard Temple explanation?
If you want to have a try.
Because I was talking about the Shard Temple option instead of facing the demon head on in an honor mode. I don't know if I was muted for that. I have some food here, so I tend to mute myself when I'm eating. But if I was muted for that, Banana, let me know. I can go over it again. See, I don't try, I get results.
Oh, of course. There's weapons in the fire if you want them. We'll leave you to it. Come, Grush. Let's go. I don't think I got the stomach for this.
You can get rid of them either way, either persuasion check or whatever. But Will and Karlach did not like that. That's okay. I heard you heard. Okay, good. Okay, I couldn't tell if I was muted or not.
Please, let me out. There's no reason for this.
Let's pick the lock. Oh no, how were you captured? Yeah, talk to him first, obviously.
I was with a group of adventurers. We came here for an artifact. It's called the Night Song. We tried to sneak past the goblins, but they ambushed us. I didn't think a pack of goblins could be so efficient. I don't know. The boss didn't say. He just said some wizard called Leroican would reward us if we found it.
It should be here somewhere. He said there was a hidden passage underneath the temple.
The place was supposed to be abandoned when we arrived.
Let's see. What else do you know about the temple?
I'm not sure. All I know is there's a passageway to the Night Song.
Brian had instructions, but the goblins got him. They said they'd eat him. Please, these shackles. I don't want to die.
All right. What happened to the druid?
Halsin. I don't know. He changed into a bear, but I lost sight of him. I don't know if he's still alive.
That's all I know. Please, get me out of here.
All right, let's see. Relax, I'm not gonna leave you here. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, let's try to pick this lock here. Should be able to get it. Doesn't matter. Look at that.
The lock clicks and opens.
Come on, go.
Thank you. I better go before they catch us. I should be able to make it to the grove on my own. They need to know they're in danger.
What the goblins want with you?
The grove. To the east. They wanted to know where we came from. They'll kill everyone. Please. I need to warn them.
Oh, and by the way, if you do use the Minthara, knockout strategy that I always do, there's a new dialogue. It wasn't there before, but when you finish chapter 2 or act 2, I should say, and you're talking to Minthara, who's on Ketheric's throne, she'll say, "Okay, let's move on. Let's get ready to go to Baldur's Gate or whatever you're doing next." She says, "I have a few questions. When you attacked the goblin, whatever, the goblin camp, you knocked me out. You didn't kill me. Why? Why is that?" And then you kind of explain, like, "Well, I thought maybe you'd be more of an ally or something." Then she says, "Yes, but Dror Ragzlin and, whoever else, you killed them. It's curious that you should leave me alive. I wonder why." And so she's suspicious of it. So they've added that. And you can tell that it was added because the volume is slightly lower it's just, you can tell that it was recorded differently. The decibels are just slightly off, but there's also a different sound. Like it sounds more muted than the rest of her speech. It sticks out like a sore thumb. Now I thought it was going to lead to something, but it's just she just asked the question and that's it. So it's really interesting that they added that as a touch to everything. They said, "You knocked me out and didn't kill me. Why?" But she does recognize it. All right. I think there's some weave moss or something back here. Can't remember. I know there's the passageway that we go through. Wanted to. But yeah, we don't. Oh, it's this thing. This trumpet. Get that. All right, time to get naked. And hopefully we should be able to do this Leviatar thing. It's not a problem. It's a great buff. I just got to make sure I don't die after this point. So let's do an F5. In here. Oop, oop, stop. Got to get naked. Let's take this off. I think I just need to have my top off, but I could be wrong. Either way, we're going in naked. Oh, no weapon. Let's go. Sure, everybody's standing around. Just don't want... Guys, come on. There we go. There we go.
Let's move. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Okay.
What's up for discussion?
Oh, I should have done the buff ahead of time. Oh well. We'll just run through it.
Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here.
You recognize the Scourge. This man is a follower of Leviatar, goddess of pain.
Ah, are you also here to assist with the prisoner? Please. The things they do to that man, so crude and primitive. I was invited to teach them. I live for pain and its intricacies, you see. But, alas, pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree? You know the Maiden of Pain. How refreshing. But there is more to us than that. Yes, we worship her through pain, often our own, but it is an intimate and loving thing, one we offer up. If you would permit it, I can show you firsthand.
Yeah, Banana says, what was the plan here? Since the ninth song is
I have to see this.
all the way in Shar's Temple? Well, they don't know it's in Shar's Temple. They just know that it's actually in the temple where we're at, which is obviously not Shar's Temple. It's Saluna's. But to get to there, you have to obviously go through Shar's Temple, which takes you to the Underdark. There is that loose connection. It's kind of like that human centipede connection. You have to go through the bowels of the Underdark to get to the other place you need to get to. And I guess that was the idea, because the Shar's Temple does lead directly to the Underdark. I mean, it's actually probably the safest way to get to the Underdark, to be honest. But maybe there was that. I don't know. I am curious.
Oh, I have something exquisite in mind. Both Leviatar and I are interested in how you handle pain, dear one. And should you delight her, you will most assuredly receive her most gracious blessing. Trust me. Simply face the wall, and we can begin.
Here we go.
The pain you suffer will cleanse you. Do not fight it.
All right, what do we want? Performance, intimidation, or constitution? I guess intimidation. Yelp loudly and dramatically, beg for mercy. They're both +4. Nice. I hate failing these rolls because they're so low.
Your voice sounds so sweet, dear one. Keep going.
Let's go. Hit me.
Pain is proof that we live. Revel in it.
Constitution. Try to hold back cries, performance, or intimidation. Come on. A child can hit harder than that. Writhe in exaggerated agony and cry out. Yeah, we'll do that one. Nice.
That's it, dear one! Let Leviathan hear you!
All right. Come at me. Ugh.
You are doing so well! Do not give in now!
All right, what do we want to say? Try to hold back your cries again, or mercy, I can't take it. It's too much. Come on, a child can hit harder than that. This is situational, so I get 2 dice.
Yes, you can, child. Take the pain and offer it up to Loviatar. Offer it all.
Come on. Yeah.
Sweet child, you bore the pain like a true believer. I could feel Loviatar's pleasure with every sting of my scourge. I am proud to have served you this penance.
Thank you. I enjoyed myself.
Oh, as did I, dear one. Loviatar herself found your performance inspiring. She has deemed you worthy of her blessing. And on a personal note, thank you. That was positively divine.
Okay, so got all of our clothes back on, but we now get Loviatar's love. So pain is the path to clarity. When you have 30% hit points or less, you gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls and wisdom saving throws. So it's a scary situation to be in when you're at 30% or less. But if you can manage it, you'll get a plus saving throw, which is great. You know, to attack, I should say, and wisdom saving throw, I should say. Yeah, he's gonna beat this one. I'm wondering if he's gonna get the bonus. I haven't seen this that I remember. Let me try that fancy whip after. Now is not the time to ask that. I'm curious if he's going to get the buff. Cry out, embrace it. So one more. See if anything happens. It would be great if he just like killed these guys for me. All of them. See. Do it again. So that was 3. See it. Do not fight it. Let's do a rest. What? Keep quiet. Can we do it again? Yeah. Oh man, he's down to 3 hit points. Nope. Still doesn't have it. Okay, well, damn. Okay. Well, at least they don't get the extra buff. Let's go save our good buddy. Rescue Bolo. Come on in here, Will. Man. Okay. Talk to Gribbo.
Don't go bothering my pigeon. He's mine.
Does your bird have a name?
Pidge.
Pidge. I like it.
Keep him safe. Listen to him coo. Till I gets hungry or some such. What's it to ya?
I hate to see such a lovely creature in a cage.
Hey, he don't mind. Keeps him safe from me mates. Raids make him rabid.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
We don't have to do this, but for deception, intimidation, man, we don't have anything. Crazy. I thought it would have had at least a couple of points here. So we could do the Illithid Wisdom. I think it's harder though. How much do you want for him? Yeah, I could just buy him. Let's see here. I don't remember if she rejects your Owl's Wisdom. Oh, I only needed 2. I didn't even look at that. Well, that's fine.
Yeah, sir, of course. I didn't realise who you was.
Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten.
Here's the key. Pigeon's all yours.
So Banana says, I'd never done the performance sequence for this before. It's amusing. Yeah, I do the performance actually quite a bit. If you do it as a rogue or bard, I mean, it's really the choice. You get extra bonuses to it. Because my rogue, usually I have some kind of performance thing going on. But as a ranger, I guess I haven't done anything for it. There's a couple of... yeah, see, you have a lot of supplies in here. Just have to, like, pick them up. The floor. I think some of these bags have some stuff, too. No. It's rotten. It's rags. Okay. Can't click it. Nope. Rotting bag. Probably not any good. Dearest Elminster. I wonder if we read this first. What would happen? Read. Let's talk about getting captured. Let's pick that up. Let's see. No. No. Elfin wood souls. Nah. Eh. Eh. I thought there was more supplies in here. Oh well.
Look at this! I'm quite saved! A joy to see a familiar face in such a precarious setting. I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for eons.
Get on out of here.
I intend to do just that. A trusty invisibility potion goes a long way in a place like this. We mustn't tarry, but I'd hate for our friendship to end here. Please, won't you meet me once we've both slipped the goblin yoke?
How'd you get caught?
Why, by design, my friend. How better to learn the ways of a people than to live among them? I dare say the experiment has proven most fruitful, too. I'll be happy to share my findings once we've found somewhere safe to parley. Smashing! Soon, my friend. Soon we can share a flagon of something liquid and a tale of daring do. I'll slip away when the coast is clear. See you soon, my friend. I simply can't wait to pick your brain!
It was so funny when 1.0 came out and he's at the camp and you can get the false eye to see invisibility. I mean, y'all know me, and now, I mean, I experiment, and I kept saying, yeah, go deeper, and that's when I put out that video saying, you know, things that you could do that are often missed, because I don't think a lot of people let him do it at that point. So I can confidently say I think I was one of the first people to actually put that out there. This is the way to Halson. I don't remember. I think if we take them out, they do get hostile. The whole camp. But I don't remember. So I'm not gonna bother with it just yet. I'm gonna go talk to Minthara, and then we might come back here to talk to Gut. Because as a drow who can talk to animals, once we do Gut, I might be able to go down here and talk to the spiders and release them. Because if I don't talk to Minthara before that, then you wouldn't have the option for Saza to show up in the second act, if that's what you're trying to do. So, hit F5, go in here. It's a very easy situation. Before the last patch, if you killed the entire camp, you could come in here and then made sure that Minthara was here and then, you know, burn this bridge or whatever, and then she would fall. Very simple. However, since then, I think she now kind of comes out here to meet you if you're anywhere near the doorway and one of the goblins sees you, which is real easy because they patrol back and forth, and this little orb as well. So the timing has to be perfect. Yeah, let's talk to Saza.
Mistress! It's me, your loyal servant, Saza. I'm back, and I brought a friend.
A drow? Tell me, Saza, did your misadventures take you to the Underdark?
They was in some rickety druid grove, mostly full of tieflings, but them intruders you're after were hiding out there.
I presume you dealt with my prey and massacred the rest?
Well, the thing about that is, they sort of massacred us. This mug helped me escape, though. I say we stick a few holes in her, show how grateful we are.
You feel a cold hand caress your mind as the drow praises you.
Oh dear. Your prisoner is one of the Absolute's favorites, Saza. A true soul.
Nah, it can't be. They was in the grove, hanging around with the tieflings.
Undercover, no doubt. Carrying out the Absolute's will. Oh, Saza, you have made a grave error. And it will be your last. My spiders are hungry, little one. But before they feast, tell me where that grove is, and I may yet spare your life.
It's past the bridge, to the east. Big old gate covered in ivy. Don't hurt me, mistress, please.
I will not hurt you. My spiders will have that pleasure.
No, I mucked up, I'm sorry. But I didn't know who they was. They didn't tell me nothing.
So sometimes this can get a little confusing, saying, well, wait a minute, wait. So she clearly helped you here. Why is Minthara upset with Saza about bringing you here? Because again, she's saying, well, they're agents of the Absolute, no doubt spying on the Druid Grove, and now you took them out of their cover. So now they would have to infiltrate themselves back in. So Minthara's got this point of view of, great, Saza, you know, apparently the Absolute's been working hard to infiltrate the Grove, and you just spoiled that plan. That's why she's upset at Saza. Hopefully that's clear. I had to think about it for a couple different playthroughs before I figured all that out. You only have to look at me to know that I'm your superior, wretch. Yeah. I've said this before on a previous playthrough. I just don't remember the reaction. I do think that causes a fight. He says, oh, maybe you're not part of the absolute. And then he goes into another dialogue and then you fight. So I'm going to try to be very careful here.
I told ya! I was trying to follow orders best I could!
Silence, wretch. And remember, you owe your miserable life to this one.
I won't cause any more trouble. I swears it!
Through sheer luck, that pathetic worm has brought me the information I need. And it seems that the inhabitants of the Grove trust you. We can use that against them. You have a part to play in this slaughter.
Return to the Grove. When my raiding party approaches, throw open the gate and signal me.
The fate of the Grove's inhabitants hangs in the balance. Killing the drow here would spare them, but it might be better to face her warband at the Grove itself, on familiar ground. On the other hand, participating in the slaughter as she asks may be the perfect way to earn her trust and access to the cult's inner circle.
You turn from Loth for this absolute. For that you die. See, that's what I was saying, is that if you choose a Lost Sworn, which I've done before, I think I did it in my other Ranger playthrough as a drow, I do believe that would have turned into a fight automatic. Okay, so get this done.
Good. Marshalling the goblins is no simple matter, but my warband will be ready to attack by next light. Once we are in position, we will wait for your signal, and then we will break them all.
We just needed the opportunity. Gathers the raiders, it's time. Yeah, so we definitely did talk to her too soon. See, in other patches, I think 2 patches ago, she would stay here. But now she moves out. See, she leaves. So we don't want her to leave. What we do want to do, I'm going to reload that. What we do want her to do, join me. The absolute demands blood. Second. See what she's doing. She does leave and she goes to the grove. Waits for us. I gotcha. Yeah, so originally when you could say that, you would say, look, I'll handle it. She stays here, and that is what allows us to, because even Saza stays right here. And then when you start attacking the goblin camp, Manthara reaches out here to try to come get to you and everything, and Saza stays put, scared. So, yeah, it's all different now. So, that's okay. I just wanted to see what would happen if I actually took that path instead of talking to Gut first. So let's reload this part right here. I think I loaded this before I went into the... Yeah, I did. I did. So we'll save talking to Manthara for right now. Because we don't really have to talk to her to, you know, execute the knockout. But it was a fun conversation that we could have had beforehand. And knock her out later. But they took that away. So, not a huge fan of that. You know, also, I do believe, and I could be wrong here actually, if we come in here, you'll notice Saza's not here anymore. Oh, she's right there, never mind. We could, I think, knock her out now. and then do the princess gut thing. And as long as we don't sleep, she stays here, but the rest of her people are dead. Now that's a lot to have to handle if we don't do this just right. Like, we need this eye thing to be here. I guess what we want to do is we want these goblins across the bridge in the eye, and then we'll burn the bridge down, and then we can jump over if we do it that way. Man, I don't know. This is I don't think I've done it like this before. I'm going to give it a shot. Because it's not like Minthara can't jump across this gap herself. What I'm thinking is, we go ahead and talk to Minthara, we fight her here, we put it on unconscious. While she's unconscious, then we go do the princess gut thing. And when we come back, Minthara should still be here. And then we can 1v1 her. But it's so much easier just to do gut first. And the funny thing about gut, they've made her harder too, because you used to be able to like follow her into her room, and then if you one-shot her or two-shot her, which is very possible, then the rest of the guards don't show up. They just don't know anything about it at all. We could cast silence ahead of time. Does Shadowheart have silence?
I'm ready.
No. We're going to have to put that on. Because we do need it in this section. Paired spells, let's get rid of... Do silence. Yeah. If we cast silence when we're talking to Princess Gut, before we talk to her, I don't think she'll get hostile, but then she won't be able to give any orders. I'm curious. I really want to experiment with this first. But what I don't want to do is aggro the entire goblin camp by attacking Minthara right now. I don't know. There's like 5 different ways we could do this. How about
Onward.
we talk to the Zentrum first so we can get like some supplies and this and that. Just get some XP. Might even be able to do the Dror Ragslin area. Not fight him. Might be able to do... Talk to the Lithid first. The dead of Lithid.
All right, what now? One day I'll catch a break.
Talk to the trader.
That the jingle of coin I hear? You've timed it well, my friend. Already turned quite the profit today. So I'm feeling generous.
Your insignia, I've seen it before.
Aye, so you have. There's one place the Zentrum can trade openly, thank the gods. Folk up here like to quiver over right and wrong, until the coin starts clinking anyway. It's just business. If there was money in being good, the Zentrum would be pure as paladins. You joking? Goblins sell the best prisoners. Cheap, quiet, and eager to be elsewhere. Till this crowd converted and started sending their captives to Moonrise Towers, at least. No complaints, mind. I just sold enough smoke powder to cover the loss 10 times over. Ask that kin of yours they're all bowing to.
The glint in her eye is bad news for someone. Not my concern, so long as I'm paid. Speaking of, something to trade or what?
So the gold wormling staff. Not great. Let's see how many potions of invisibility that I have. I have 4. I have plenty. Okay. Monster Slayer Glaive. It's pretty good. You get an extra jump distance too. It's good. Don't really see anything that would help us right away. Scale mail. Yeah, I mean, really, it's just this bloodied great. Oh, and there's a hypnotic pattern. That's not bad. And this glaive. So things like the what's it called, the boule thing in the Underdark, and the minotaurs. This would work good for that. I got the hiccups. Yeah. Colossus. Ooh. Pretty cheap for that. So let me get that. Comes in handy, especially if you put that like on Karlach. Ooh.
Pleasure.
How much money we got now? We have 785. I thought we had over 1,000, but oh well. Okay, so let's do the. I wonder, can we get? I know I can lockpick it. Should be good.
This calls for careful footwork.
Yeah. Should be able to lockpick this.
The right tool will do the trick.
A little tricky. Let's do Cat's Grace. Because I'm kind of wondering if I don't talk to these spiders ahead of time, can't make that work for us. I used to do it all the time, and then they fixed it, like I think in patch 4 or something. And now, like when you go in there, sometimes they just attack you on sight. I don't like going up the ladder and dealing with her because she gets too many lucky shots off. So I'm just gonna shoot her. Let's do this one, Arrow of Acid. We're gonna do the sting that should prevent her from doing those reactions. Say failed. So she's shocked. Shocking. Okay, let's go that way.
Let's get on with it.
There's no combat music, which is wild. We're gonna make her grovel.
Pick to fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
Now it's letting me. Okay, I'll go up the ladder this time, since it's giving me a whole new round. But she always like throws stuff at me and like hits me really hard. Yeah, we don't have enough at the moment. Let's over home. Should be safe.
Got to keep fighting.
over here.
Got to press on.
On the victor's path.
Why his is so tall? We're gonna do. Maybe I was gonna say Wrathful Smite, but I think she's too strong for him to take a one-on-one at the moment. We could do Clouded Daggers right here. And Hexer. That'll work.
2 steps at a time.
I got this.
We want to. It's always so hard to see where this is going to fall because it should fall like right there. Which, either way, should do some damage when she goes through it. Okay, so she took damage anyway. Okay, good. Wild Magic, let's do that. You can shoot a bolt of light from your neck, from your chest. Okay. It blinds the target. Okay, I didn't know it did that too. That's good. Now I should be able to get a pretty good shot on. Let's see here. This is a spell, but it should release this. Oh, no, I guess it won't. Let's do Hamstring. And then we're going to do the Shocking Sting again. Oh, she saved this time. That's not great.
I'm ready.
What can I do for a cantrip? Do Sacred Flame. Probably would work pretty good. Let's see. Just 3. Better than nothing.
On the victor's path.
Let's do this. Push her back. Oh, of course, we missed.
Put him up.
Okay. A piercing shot, maybe. Yeah, she sent reeling. Okay, good, good, good. Should have this. See what I'm saying? She throws stuff. Fortunately, my dexterity saved me a bit. React. Guys, don't, come on, y'all. Jeez. Alright, we got what we really wanted to do here. Book. There used to be a scroll or 2 in here. I think they've changed it. No scrolls in here now.
I wanted the easy path.
What was that? This was slow coins at Tristis. I think we already have one, but I'll grab one. Have that one. Open that up. Now, again, the reason why I did all this is because 2 reasons. One, I want to get the XP for going into the Underdark this way and solving that riddle. 2, there's some loot down here. And basic poison.
Pockets.
What? Oh my goodness. Everybody failed that perception check. I still find it kind of crazy that my ranger fails so often with that. Yeah, there's like a little hidden treasure here. It's not much. I think it's a bag though, so I'll never say no to a free bag. Can't help myself. That's what I want right there. Misty's Step. I'll give this to Will. Necklace. That's huge. That's a huge find right there. that basic poison. Animal particles. Wanted. Rotten fish. Lay down. Padlock key. Give this to Shadowheart. Give this to Will. As far as a recipe for elixir, arcane cultivation. Okay. So let's read that real quick. Weed moss and belladonna. Must have already known the recipe. I've already. There is this. It's supposed to be maybe this cabinet. Yeah, there it is. The Selûnite Journal. This tells you basically how to solve the puzzle. Not that difficult once you know what you're doing. Let's turn this on.
Onward, ever onward.
Onward, ever onward. I wish you could just turn on the lights. Now you got to go up to each one. Light them. You don't have to. You can just leave all this in the dark, but...
What do we have here?
just kind of keeps everything together. Mm-hmm. Lever. Oops. Okay. So let's put you there. Put our character right here. This way. Okay. Yeah, so you just make all the eclipse moons down here, and all the other moons go at the top.
If not over, then through.
So, want to go down to the temple. There's some gear there. There's some XP down there. There's just a whole lot we can do before we even have to do anything with the goblins, you know? Okay. All right. And as usual, got to get some...
I'd love to, thanks.
No.
Toes, toes.
God damn. I swear, man. Oh. Okay. I said go to it, not shoot at it, but I should have realized. That was all my fault. There'll be more oil barrels, but this early on, there's not a ton of them, so. Not gonna.
Have a lot on my mind, and well,
Lockpick.
in it.
I tend to fail this quite often because it's such a high DC, but we'll see. Dadgummit. I think there's a key downstairs, right? I always forget. I've got like tons of thieves' tools. There we go. If you play as a thief, it's much easier. Okay, I'm not using Karlach no more to do that stuff. I'm just gonna pick it up myself. Send this to camp. I'm gonna give this to Karlach. Let's split this and give half to Will. We don't really need this. We already figured out the puzzle. But we'll send that to camp. But by reading it, it gave us XP. So that's why I read all the books, because some of them, they do give you the XP for figuring out whatever you're supposed to figure out. Okay, we're going to save here because I need to be able to get this door open. Come on. Somebody figure it out. Will, you better figure this out.
People.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
Best get going.
Okay.
I can crack that open.
I mean, I get it. I'm not a rogue. I shouldn't be 100%, but we know that door's there. I mean, and not only that, I mean, come on now. These rangers should do a lot better. When you apply a condition of one of your smite spells, I don't have any smite. I'll give that to Karlach anyway. It's a better helm than what she's got. Be more of a Paladin Menthara thing. Pick that up. I'm gonna send this to camp. I want to make sure we find this trap here. Yay! First try. Let's send this to Shadowheart. See what we're doing. Oh, I forgot about the thieves' tools in there. I keep, like, it's a mental thing. I keep thinking, like, well, if I add a lot of light, it'll make it easier to disarm stuff. It's just a habit I've done since the very beginning. Very nice. And even if it's not true, I feel better about it. Look at that. Now we're getting a bunch of good rolls. Suspiciously getting good rolls. All right, so luminous armor. When you deal radiant damage, it causes radiant shockwave. Shadowheart, let's see what that does for you, because then I may be able to give the
No time to waste.
this armor to.
What's next, I wonder?
Let's see here, hold on. Okay, so right now, Order of Nature, undead creatures that hit the wearer receive 1 to 6 radiant damage. But this is better, and she does do radiant damage, so let's do that. Let's give this to Karlach.
Making me sweat.
Okay. It's on. And yeah, I think we're in the clear here.
Defender of the people.
It's in here. Put this in there. Put that in there. That in there.
Where am I needed?
It goes in there.
Long road ahead.
Fire resistance. Yeah, we do need that. Actually, let's send these to camp. Just more weight. Dearest Elminster. That there, put that there. Man, I had a lot of stuff that was out of its spot that it needed to be in. Here, up there with the other necklaces. Okay. Now we're okay. Let's do the rest of this area. And then maybe we'll see if we can't talk to the spiders before we call it, because we're going to save the goblin camp for another stream. Pick this up.
Don't mind if I do.
Send this to camp. Faded logbook. Let's see. I don't remember if you get any XP for reading this. But we do have a waypoint here now, and that's really, really important. It kind of helps save a lot of time here.
Let's see what this does.
And again, we can do a bunch of Underdark stuff, and then by the time we talk to Minthara and do a bunch of other things, if we're level 5, man, super easy mode at that point. Sword. Pick this up. Okay. Send to camp. And what's great is that if we do this right, that thing's just gonna burn up. Unfortunately, it doesn't get rid of the 2 Minotaurs. I would always hope that that would actually take out one of them at least, but it doesn't. Send to camp. All right. This up. Oh, what I was saying is that we're picking up all these oil barrels, and if we strategically put them in the goblin camp, we might be able to cheese it big time. All right. Read. We don't need to keep this one, but it should give us XP. Maybe we do need to pick it up. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna pick up this last oil barrel before we do anything with the statue. So send this to camp. All right. So we got a ton of old barrels now. And like I said, we could put them strategically throughout the camp, especially if things go bad with Princess Gut. Oh man, super simple. And Dror Ragzlin, you can cheese that one pretty easy by going into the rafters and just, you know, shooting an arrow at one of the guys. You know, you don't have to have the conversation with the dead mind flayer and do the whole talk to the dead thing. You can. I do think it does give you extra XP for it. But at that point, they can go hostile on you. A lot of things could go bad on you. But yeah, if you take out Princess Gut in that entire area, let's say we can put down some oil barrels ahead of time and we bottleneck them and then we just make them go off and they all die. Yeah, I mean, it makes for a real easy. The problem with the goblin camp, though, is that they're so spread out that it takes them a while to all kind of get together in one spot. So you almost kind of have to put the oil barrels down in, like I said, there's a way to really kind of do that. You do it at the doorway. You do it kind of like not to the Zentrum side, but more toward the left. And as you get there, you can kind of like throw one fire barrel and they just go boom, 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 boom. But if you do it too soon, then it's just a wall of fire that they avoid, you know? So, let's see here. Search of the Night Song. Let's read that. Okay. We don't need that. Pick it up. There's no... Oh, there's a scroll here. And then right here is a shortcut to get to the Mind Flayer if you want to do that one. I hate doing this early. He can be a bear. But if you can do it early, it's some pretty good loot right here. Some good XP. But I don't like doing it this early. I like to wait till I'm like level 5 at least. We're close. We're getting there. We're halfway to level 5. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to at least try to talk to the spiders. We're going to go back up. And I'm going to try to talk to the spiders. Oops. And if I can't, then we'll just reload from just outside the spiders. But I want to try to talk to the spiders to see if there's a way that I can get the goblins to be aggressive at it. They'll kill the spiders pretty quick. I just don't want them attacking me, thinking I had something to do with it. Because it used to just be something I could do pretty easily, but I don't know if any patches have happened since then that will make that hard. Since you're drow, they do talk to you. But again, they've broken a couple things with previous patches where I couldn't do that anymore. And I'm curious now, since everybody's talking to me with the reference of me being a drow now, I wonder if they fixed that. Yeah, I'm just really curious now. BG3 just crashed on you. Might be Oblivion weekend. Oh, sorry, Banana. Let's. I guess I missed on the second one. Okay, so I'm gonna be careful here because I should just be able to jump, but let me quick save. 13 XP. So what we want to do is Featherfall. Do this. No, don't talk to Carla.
Soldier.
Carla.
What's the story?
Right here. And then Will.
Blade at the ready.
It'll be right there. And then
All's well that
I'm gonna
ends.
throw
Not as bad as it could have.
Featherfall. Oh yeah, we're gonna F5. We're gonna throw this Featherfall floor here. Should be able to get everybody in here. Can't see. Oh, I need tactical. There we go. That didn't help at all.
There's no time to waste.
Okay, so yeah, this isn't helping at all. Game, why do you give me options and don't let me do those options?
Where am I needed?
What a charmer.
Right. Finally, okay.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Take it off of turn base. Do that.
What to do?
Now,
These boots have seen
I'm gonna
everything.
probably separate. Let's see. Because unfortunately, the way that they did this is as soon as they saw you, they attacked you. Before you could talk to them, no problem. Let's find out.
Yes, my desire. Closer, my sweet.
So they did
I
fix
will
it.
wrap you and bind you and bite you and eat you.
How dare you? Do you not recognize me, Loth, Queen of Spiders? I mean, I should be a lower DC than this. I'll be honest with you. We should be like 10 at the most. Whatever.
Loth. Is it you? My queen. My queen of biting. My queen of binding. My queen of wrapping and holding. What would you have me do?
Tell me about this book. These spiders, it was funny, like in early access, like early access, they were behind a set of bars, like kind of like where Halson is in, and you could talk to them just between those bars right there. They weren't sunken in like they are now. It's a very different layout. Tell me about this place. I really want to say kill the goblins, but maybe we can get to that.
There is another drow here, but she has forgotten ye, my queen. She is forsaken.
Okay. Kill the goblins.
Of course, my queen. Open the door so I can do your bidding.
Yeah. So we used to be able to say this pretty easily before, but they took it away from me. And now obviously you can do it again, but let's do this very carefully.
Just out of view.
I want to be able to like do this, but so they can't see me.
Have to keep going.
Come on. Make sure they don't see me. Because they can see me from overhead, you see. Careful, guys. God. Go this way. Take from the web. Swoop this thing. Oh my goodness. Can't even take out a lantern. There we go. Well, you guys are free now, so
Very well.
You are safe. We will not bait one another.
guess she got out. Oh no, there she goes. Okay. If she can't get out. Come on, you can go. Yeah, go. Because the guards are still there, and I don't know why. I guess they're all in turn-based mode at the moment. Yeah, they're all like taking their turns and doing stuff. I'm curious how many goblins they'll take out, if any. We could all go invisible and get out of here. But we're not in combat, so we're good. But I'm worried about leaving here and them thinking that we aggroed them. I know if I attack any of these guys, they will aggro against me. You know that. So if we try to help the spiders, it'll turn the table. But yeah, I haven't been able to do this in ages. So that's one down. The looks like they killed the others, I guess. That healed.
What's in here?
So they're leaving me alone even though I'm right here. Okay. That's good. I wonder if I could have actually trapped them in there. Okay. I see no dead goblins. Smaller dead, larger one. And they didn't really get to gang up on anybody. They went one at a time, which is the worst way to have done that. Well, I was hoping they'd take out a few of these goblins, but they did not. So, well, I tried, you know. I did try. Well, at least we know we can do that. I wonder if we could have buffed the spiders before they left too. Not that we'd be able to buff them with much. Maybe we could throw, you know what? We could have thrown that Colossus at them and they probably would have done a lot more damage. Yeah. But then again, throwing it at them would have done a physical damage and then the spiders may have turned on us. There's a lot of things. You never know. You never know. So what I'm going to do real quick now is that now that we're in this spot, I'm going to do a hard save right here. And I'm going to talk to Princess Gut because now I'm wondering if I can't. I'm going to try to see if I can't talk to her now without the rest of the goblin camp aggroing. Because they fixed this to where that's not the main way of doing this.
Now here's
but used to get away with
special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess
we'll
Gut
see.
needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh.
A priestess. One of the leaders, no doubt about it. Let's make her squeal.
What's that? Tell your friend to keep quiet, or he'll lose his good eye. Ready for the fire, are ya? Let's the faithful recognize one another quick sharp. That way nobody'll mess with ya. And it's charged with magic. Ordinary slobs can't see it, only us that follow the Absolute. You ready? Brace yourself, this'll sting.
All right. Shadowheart does not like that. It's kind of odd. I don't know why she specifically doesn't like it.
Hold still.
So what I'm going to try to do is when we go to talk to Gut, we're going to close the door and I'm going to select silence.
A familiar sensation.
And that may or may not aggro her, but she won't be able to cast any spells. And she definitely can't yell for help.
Swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the goblin priestess in the temple once again.
All right.
Your minds brush against one another, but are swiftly parted.
Don't want to get intimate in front of the novices. Fair enough. Got some weird shadows in your head. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another.
Okay. Need a healer.
You've come to the right place. With the Absolute's will, I can fix anything. Let's deal with this in my chapel. It's private.
There we go.
Don't want this lot interfering with true soul business.
So again, this is the load where we haven't actually talked to Minthara. Which, if you're going to get Minthara, is not required. It's just one of those immersion lore things, you know? Shut the door. All right. So before we do this, okay, Carlite, come on, man. There we go. I'm doing the turn base. I'm going to do a quick F5 because, again, I don't know if this will work. It should
What am I
work.
to do?
But sometimes the... Oh, what is this? It says level 2... Can't believe this. Oh, okay, now it's letting me do it. I was about to say, I have a level 2, I believe. I'm going to cast this. This should not cause aggro, but it could. Let's see.
Pick to fight. The consequences
does.
are hardly surprising.
Now, because she's silenced, there should be no way that they should hear me. If they do, the game definitely broke this situation. We want to concuss her. Okay, we dazed her. We don't need this. We will do this though. Because if she can't get out of the sphere, she can't cast spells. Oh, shadowy tendrils lash around you, sucking the life from all nearby creatures. What? I didn't get to read all that. Hopefully that's just enemies, not everybody. Doesn't look like it did, because Shadowheart's still at full health. Okay, so she's bone chilled. So that must be the result of the tendrils that Karlach has.
Come on. Can't stay idle.
Okay. We're gonna do piercing. And then we're gonna do this where there's no reaction. If she yeah. Alright, good. No reaction. I'm gonna go this way. She can't react to that. Yeah, she's trying to get out. Well, Will is specifically a melee build, so this works out. We're gonna do yeah, just attack. Missed. Flourish. Of course. Good job, Will. Let's do... I don't want to rush her, because let's get this side.
Heading there.
He's trying to get outside of the silence bubble. Touch of death. There. Now, we want to find out
Faith protects me.
did the silence work?
Onward in her name.
Is that blood?
Find out.
No, never mind.
Sometimes I've seen it to where they can, like, you know, like they would have like their vision. Like when you're in stealth and you see the red, sometimes the vision will like be in here and they'll like, oh, somebody killed her. I have seen them aggro post like a one shot. So we did it. So there is a workaround. I couldn't do this before in the at least patch like 6 or 7. I did this and it didn't work. Like nothing happened. The whole camp aggroed anyway. Give this to Will. Note. That's just the key to the room that we lockpicked earlier. So the rancid note reads that Slobber Chops druid was known around just some tomb robbing adventurer type. Calls himself Halson, ugly name for an ugly bastard. Had a little word with him or two before the lashers put his hairy ass in the pens. Said he thinks there's something rotten inside us, inside me. Reckons he can get rid of the rot. I told him we don't need any help from nobody. Never did. And especially now that the Absolute's taking a shine to us. It says there'll be something rotten inside him soon enough. There's a lot of rancid meat down in the pens, and we'll cut him open. I'll make sure that he stays alive long enough for the maggots to get a nest of him. Okay, that was hard to read. Whew. But at least that gives us aid. It's a pretty good little amulet. To will. And yeah, so my plan now is to what I might do is we might experiment and try to take out Minthara, just knock her out. And then what I'll do, if go over here, I want to push the boundaries of how far we can go before somebody thinks that we've killed her. Looks like we're good. Looks like we're in the clear. Okay. Yeah, I wish I could say, like, so from the beginning of the game's release till now that I could always do that. That's not always true. So that's why I'm kind of experimenting. What I might do next on our next stream is that I might experiment here and see if I can't take her out, like knock her out. And then if it doesn't aggro the rest of the camp, which is very possible, you know, I may cast silence like right here in this doorway. I don't know if that would help though, because this stupid little thing right here, the scrying eye, it's only got 8 hit points, but it's just enough hit points that a lot of my characters, when they hit it once, it's not enough to knock it out. But then it releases the alarm. But I might be able to like hit silence like right here. I have to take a rest first. And then we come in here and do our thing. And this scrying eye won't be able to like tell the rest of the camp what's going on. And if that's the case, then all I have to do is go up this ladder. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. There's a ladder right here. It's not letting me show you, but there's a ladder right here, and you just go up into the rafters and you send like one party member or somebody to shoot at whoever, and it doesn't matter who it is. Maybe like, because I always like try to get these guys because I want this room to clear, and they all go up this ladder. Now, the other side can use the rafters over here too. But for the most part there, you can kind of bottleneck them. But as they all kind of go up the ladder, you just kind of take them out. And that's where I use my oil drums and stuff. So as Dror Ragzlin and everybody else kind of comes up here, you just back off and shoot a flame arrow or throw a candle or whatever you got to do. Fire explosive, firebomb, and it just takes them all out. Just knocks them all out. And since it's a metal ladder, the ladder is still in use. So they keep coming up, and then you're able to kind of like just pick them all off. Simple. So that's what we'll try to do next stream is we'll try to, now this is all dependent on taking out Minthara and not aggroing the entire camp, which has always been the case. You've always been able to kind of do this as long as that scrying eye doesn't alert everybody over here. But you've always been able to take out Minthara, either kill her or knock her out, then do the others. And then we're done. Then we just rescue Halsin and that's it. Super simple. So we'll save that for the next stream. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. We'll see. I don't really know. But once this gets done encoding, I'll remove some of the breaks that I had, some of the long little tedious stuff where I'm just like going over things. Like this guy that's patrolling right here. He could hear the scrying eye and then let everybody know that's what it's all timing. But anyway, but see, like this door is locked. And so it's one of those, yeah, they have the key, they could probably get through, but I think only Dror Ragzlin is the only one with the key to this, which prevents them from aggroing here. That's why I said it's always been able to work before. I don't know if they fixed it or changed it. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I had fun. I will let you guys go, and I will check you later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.